My name is Evan Cole, and I'm a solar engineer. My life is built on logic. Circuits are either open or closed. Systems are either stable or they're not. My home is simple, quiet, and efficient, powered by the solar panels I installed myself. On the outside of my garage wall, I'd built my pride and joy, a 240-volt level 2 charger for my car, powered by my personal solar grid. It was clean. It was efficient. It was mine. Or so I thought. The nightmare started at 2 a.m. My custom energy monitoring system, a piece of tech I designed so I'd know where every electron goes, screamed like a fire alarm. I opened the tablet on my dresser and froze. A massive spike lit up the graph. Amps, maximum draw. But my car sat unplugged, fully charged, in the garage. Someone was stealing my electricity. I pulled back the curtain and saw it clearly under my motion lights. A silver Tesla Model 3, cable snaking from my charger straight into her car, and standing there, robe and slippers like she owned the night, was the queen of petty tyranny herself, Karen Dunn, HOA president. I stormed outside, barefoot on the cold driveway. "Well, good. Morning, Evan," she said with that smug HOA smile. "Just topping up. We're all neighbors here. Community energy, right?" "No, Karen," I said flatly. "This is my charger on my house, using my solar power. You're stealing my electricity." Her mask of fake sweetness dropped. She crossed her arms. "I'm the HOA president. This is a community resource. You'll survive a little generosity. Unplug your car," I told her. "Now." She smirked. "Or what? Fine me?" That was the moment. Not the money, not the power bill. It was the audacity. She had crossed into my home, my system, and treated it like public property. That's when I realized this wasn't a neighborly dispute. This was war. And I wasn't about to play her petty HOA games. I was going to engineer her downfall. The next day, I got to work. Out came my tools, diagrams, and engineering grit. First, a steel lockbox for my charger head, tamper-proof. Second, a hidden breaker tucked in the attic. One flip, and the charger turns into a dead piece of plastic. Third, an RFID access module. No tag, no power. My car and my wife's phone had authorization. Everyone else? Nothing. It was beautiful, like transforming my charger into a personal fortress. But I wasn't done. I built one final upgrade. A black box logger that recorded voltage, current, and every attempt to bypass the system straight onto a locked SD card. It wasn't just defense. It was evidence. 1 week later, just after midnight, my phone buzzed. Unauthorized access attempt. I lifted the blinds, and there she was again, Karen, dressed in black, creeping like a thief. But this time she wasn't using my locked charger. She had brought a cheap third-party adapter to jam into one of my outdoor wall outlets. My stomach dropped. Those adapters are junk. No safeties. Not designed for Teslas. She shoved it into place, smiling in triumph. And that's when physics gave her the lesson I couldn't. First came the sizzling crack, then a blinding blue-white arc of electricity, then smoke pouring out of her car's charging port. She screamed as flames flickered near the hood seam. My anger vanished. I grabbed my Class C fire extinguisher, sprinted out, and blasted the fire to ash. I stood there, extinguisher in hand. Her Tesla smoked, melted plastic dripping onto my driveway. Her free energy joyride had turned into thousands of dollars in damage. But instead of shame, her face twisted into fury. "You sabotaged my car," she shrieked, pointing at me. "Are you kidding me? I just saved it." Then she spotted my gray monitor box blinking on the wall. She lunged, ripped the SD card from it, and ran into the night. That's when my anger finally broke. I dropped the extinguisher and chased her across yards until the flashing lights of a sheriff's cruiser lit us both up. There she stood, fake tears streaming, crying to the deputy, "Officer, he attacked me. He set a trap." But the deputy pressed her hand open, revealing the stolen SD card in her palm. And with it, all her lies began to unravel. By dawn, the fire marshal's report, my security footage, and her neighbor's cameras painted a perfect picture. Karen Dunn wasn't a victim. She was a trespasser, a thief, and a fraud. 3 days later, I brought the projector to the HOA meeting. The room was packed. The video rolled. Every neighbor gasped as Karen's crimes played on the wall. When it was over, I stood up and said, "This isn't about electricity. This is about abuse of power. Do we want a leader who trespasses, steals, and lies?" The vote was swift. Karen. Dunn was stripped of her presidency, banned from contacting me, and hit with restitution. And as I walked out with my wife's hand in mine, I didn't feel angry anymore. I felt relief. Because in the end, lies, entitlement, and arrogance can't beat one thing, the truth, backed up by data.